Good morning, students. So, in the last class, we were learning about chapter number 8, more about plants. So, in this chapter, we have discussed about the types of plants. So, what are the types of plants? Types of plants include your herbs, shrubs, trees, creepers, and climbers, depend on their size as well as the type of stem they have. So, what were the types of plant we have seen? Types of plant which we have seen were trees that were tall plants and have thick stem which is called trunk. Example of trees are banyan tree, mango tree and neem tree. Then we studied about shrubs. So shrubs were the medium sized plant with hard woody stems. Examples of the shrubs were hibiscus, lemon and rose. Then herbs. Herbs were small sized plant with soft stems. Examples of herbs were tomato, brinjal and wheat. Creepers. Creepers were the plant with weak stems that grew along the ground. Examples of creepers: watermelon and pumpkin. Climbers. Climbers was also weak stem plant, but they do not lie along the ground. They just take the support of the nearby object like walls or sticks and they just climb upon that particular object. Example of climbers: grapevine, pea and bean. Then we saw about the parts of the plants. So there were two parts of the plant. The plant was divided into two main parts: the root system and the shoot system. So the root system is the part of plant which lies below the ground and the shoot system of the plant lies above the ground. The shoot system, then we studied about root system. So in root system we saw that there were two main types of the roots: taproot and fibrous root. What is a taproot? Taproot was in the taproot system there is a main single one root from which several small branches comes out. The main root is also called the primary root, whereas the roots which come out of the main branch or main root or primary root is called as lateral roots. Examples of taproot system are mango, neem, shisham, pea and carrot. Then we saw about second type of root system, that is fibrous root system. In fibrous root system, roots are made up of thin strand-like structure. Roots are made up of thin thread-like structure. In the fibrous root, there is no primary root. Example of fibrous root was grass, maize, wheat, onion, etc. Then we also saw some of the function of the roots. So first function, root fix the plant firmly into the ground, that it connects the ground with the soil with the stem. What is the function of root? It connects the stems with the soil and help the plant to stand straight. Next property, root absorb water and nutrition from the soil. Roots also absorb or provide nutrition and water from the soil which help the plant to survive. Third function of roots was to hold the soil particle together to prevent soil erosion. What is soil erosion? Soil erosion is the process of washing away of the top layer of the soil by the action of wind or water. Once again I am repeating soil erosion. You can write soil erosion is the process of removal of top layer of soil by the action of wind or water. So due to soil erosion, the fertility of soil is washed away. That's why more and more plantation are required at roots holds the soil particle together and prevent it from getting washed away. Then we saw about the root modification system. In some special plants, some of the roots were specially modified for some special functions. For example, roots were modified to store food. In some of the plants, roots were modified to store food and as they become swollen. Example were carrot and turnip. Then another function of root was it was modified to climb, as in the case of money plant we have seen. In money plant, roots just penetrate into the walls and help the plant to climb. Then another function of the roots was to absorb nutrition from the soil or from other plants, like in the case of parasitic plant, roots penetrate into the other plant and absorb water and nutrition from the host plant. Host plant means on the plant which they grow. Next function of the root was it was modified to provide extra support. So in some of the plant, roots just comes out of the branches and provide a pillar like support to the plant. They comes out like a they comes out from the branches and provide a pillar like support to the plant. Such roots are also called prop root, as in the example or as the case of banyan tree. So next function or last function of the root was roots were also modified for multiplication in plants. So roots of some plant can give rise to new plant, as we take the roots of some plant and then we bury them under the ground. So these roots help in the multiplication, as in the case of dahlia and asparagus. Now today we are going to see about our shoot system. What is a shoot system? So the part of plant that usually grow above the ground. The part of the plant that usually grow above the ground or above the surface of the ground is known as shoot system. As we can say, what we have seen, what are the parts of plant that grow above the ground? These were stem, flower, fruit and leaves. These are the parts of the plant that grow above the ground. So one by one we will look at each of the part. First we will discuss about the stem. So the stem is the part of plant that bears all flowers, fruits and leaves. What is a stem? Stem is the part of plant that bears flowers, fruits and leaves. It connects the roots to the other parts of the plant. It helps in the connection of roots to the plant, that is whatever the nutrition are absorbed by the roots, they are transported to various parts of the plant through the stem. The part of stems from a leaf arises is called node, and the space between two nodes is called as internode. So you can see here the part of plant where a new leaf arises is called node. The part of plant where a new leaf arises is called a node, whereas the distance between two nodes, which is clearly explained here, the distance between two nodes is called internode. What is a node? The node is a part of plant from where a new leaf arises, and the distance between two nodes is known as internode. The distance between two nodes is known as internode. Next, we will see the function of the stem. So what is the function of the stem? The stem provides support to the plant to stand upright. What is the first function of a main function of the plant? The main function of the plant stem is to provide support to plant to stand upright. As we have seen, in the parts types of plant we have seen, a plant whose stems will be thick will be easily. So the first function of the plant stem is to provide support and to the plant to stand upright, as we have seen in the types of the plant whose stems are thick will stand more upright, whereas the plant whose stems are weak, they will just lie along the ground or will take support of the other object to stand upside, like creepers and climbers are whose, like in the case of creepers and climbers, their stems are weak, so either they lie on the ground or they take the support of the other plant, whereas in the case of the mango tree, the stems are thick, so they stand upright or stand straight. Next function of the stem is stem transport water and mineral salt from the roots to the leaves to carry out photosynthesis. So see, we know that root absorb the nutrition and water from the soil. Roots absorb the nutrition and water from the soil. This nutrition and water are transported to the leaves for photosynthesis. What is a photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is a process through which green plants make their own food in the presence of sunlight, water and chlorophyll. So green plants make their food with the help of photosynthesis. So the required nutrition and water is provided to the leaves from the root is provided to the leaves with the help of stem. Root absorb the nutrition and from roots this nutrition is sent to the leaves through the help of stems. The stem also carries the food prepared by the leaves to the part of the plant. Once the leaves prepared the food after the photosynthesis, this prepared food is sent to all parts of the plant, suppose roots and other branches. The root is provided with the food is provided with the help of the stems. Some plants also usually have green stems, so they also help in the photosynthesis as they contain chlorophyll in them. So some plants they usually have green stems, so this green stems help in the photosynthesis as they contain some amount of chlorophyll. Now we will see the stem modification, how the stems are modified of various plants for carrying out various functions. So first, for storage of water, so stem of some plant, especially those that grow in dry region, for example cactus, they are usually modified to store water in them. They just appear swollen and fleshy. Example cactus and zed. So in the desert area where there is very little water for the plant to survive, so in such places stems are modified in such a way that they can store water for a longer period of time. Such places the stems are modified in such type that they can store water for a longer duration of time, and the structure of this type of stems are they are usually fleshy and swollen, so as they store water in them. Example cactus and zed. Next, to carry out photosynthesis, so we discussed above in this para, some plants stems are green in color. Some plants their stems are green in color, and due to the presence of this chlorophyll, as they contain chlorophyll, they appears green, and due to the presence of chlorophyll they carry out photosynthesis and help in the production of food. As the stems also contain chlorophyll, they help in the photosynthesis and prepare the food for the plant. Example is Opuntia. Next, for protection, so some plants stems are used to protect the plant as they contain thorns in them. Examples bougainvillea or prickles, why they contain thorns. These thorns protect them from the animal, as the animal want to eat them, so they contain thorns. Due to this thorns, the animal does not eat them, and the plant protect themselves from being eaten away by the animals. For support, so substem of some plants are modified to form a special structure called stem tendrils. Some plants in some plant stems are also modified in such a way that their structure help them to provide support. These structures are called as stem tendrils. Tendrils help the weak plant whose stems are weak to stand upright by taking the support or by attaching themselves with the walls or the nearby object. The example is the grapes plant. The grapes plant take the support and stand up straight. Next, for storage of food, so in some plant stems are also modified to store food. So in some plant stems are also modified to store food. For example, potato and ginger are eaten as a food items as they store the food in them. Next, for the multiplication of plant, some plant can multiply with the help of the stems. These stems are also called tubers. Rhizomes, bulbs. These stems are called tubers, rhizomes, and bulbs. So, for example, like for growing rose plant, there is no seed. We grow the rose plant with the help of its stem. They can also reproduce with the help of their stem cutting. So next we will see about the leaves, this exercise and leaves in our next classes. So till then, you prepare for the upcoming exam. Do not sit free. Need to prepare hard and work hard for your exams. Okay, better. Thank you.